picking up from the point of the video that we did called The Sphere of Personal Influence. I believe it's time to start talking about how we at the Order use the sphere of personal influence as a tool to create within ourselves, manifest within ourselves our own inner heroes, and we do that through vibrational correspondence. Once you have developed and can feel your sphere of personal influence, once you've gone through the practice of feeling it around you before you sleep and remembering it a couple times throughout the day, in about a week you'll start to develop it, and after about 2 weeks you'll get an almost tangible sense of being held and protected at all times. Within the sphere of personal influence, it's almost like a cocoon as well, and we're going to invite the vibrational correspondences of some of humankind's most courageous and greatest heroes to intermingle with your energies, and the results are, well, pretty impressive. So the first focus that we're going to work on is we at the Order are going to introduce you to one of our patrons, which is St. George the Dragon Slayer. And the image you see before you is one of two images that we use of him. The other one is an image that is used on our introduction video. And go ahead and Google St. George and the Dragon. Both pictures will come up. Find the one that really calls to you, and if you can, print it out and put it by your bedside. St. George is a cavalier. He's very strong, he's very brave, and he will encourage you into acts of bravery, and he encourages everyone who works with him to be valiant and to keep their word and keep their oaths. He might chide you a little bit if you're not really physically active. He might suggest that you do maybe 20 to 50 push-ups every day. I'm up to 150. The stronger the body, the stronger the energetic body. But to work with him, get his picture, one of the two, and red and blue candles work really well. His incense is dragon's blood, strangely. Nothing smells better to a dragon slayer than freshly spilt dragon's blood. He told me that one time. Get those together, light the candles, light the incense, sit or stand, whatever, lay down in front of wherever you decide to put this. A table usually works best, but I've put it on the floor and laid down on the floor. Put the candles on dishes, of course. Light the incense and stare very softly into the pictures. A very soft gaze, and just let the emotion and let the vibrations come into your sphere of personal influence. Reach out and feel that influence around you like a cocoon, and then allow those vibrations to come into you and intermingle with who you are. And do that for 5 minutes to 20 minutes, you know, every day, every other day, and you will really begin to feel a sense of him. There are times where you may wish to ask him to have communication with you. I've never had him appear physically in front of me, but I've drifted off and had incredible visions of him. I've drifted off and had incredible dreams of him. So he is definitely someone worth working for. and he's definitely someone worth working with. It's said that St. George rides where the dragons are, and for any would-be member of the Grand Order of Draco Slayers, he's certainly a hero that you would want to experiment with. Some notable things about his image: the white horse represents his spiritual purity as well as his power of astral travel. His lance is his strong indication of masculine energy and correct use of masculine energy. The lance piercing the dragon's mouth is also very important. The mouth is where the dragon lies. All his lies, manipulations, his foul teachings come from the mouth. And so he's piercing it with the lance of truth. The long tail of the dragon represents that King George did not slay just any reptile, that he slayed one of reptilian royalty. So it was quite a blow against reptile kind. Reptilians are very distrustful of one another, and there are very few royal reptilians. They make sure that they keep their stock few and far between. The woman way in the back represents Earth sovereignty and human sovereignty, and she is the mother of the Earth. Earth is female, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't fall into the stupidity of this new Gaia religion, which is just a serpent-based religion by the Illuminati, but the true Earth Mother religions that all are her children, and she doesn't want to kill any of them. So St. George is protecting the Earth from the reptilians. The cave is where the reptilian crawled out of, and the cave represents the birthplace of humans, being Earth, and so he is destroying the corruptive force. What else about this picture? Let's see. No, I think we got it all. The armor, again, represents a strong sphere of personal influence. It's gleaming and silvery, so it's clean and pure as well. So he keeps working with him. He will remind you to make sure that your sphere of influence is clean and always filled with the light of the Prime Creator. And he will teach you how to make a lance in the astral world when you work with him. Don't worry about that. The only other difference between this and the other image is that behind the other image's head of St. George there is the sun, and that is the rays of his personality and his strength. And a lot of individuals feel strange because they think that the Kabbalah is a black magic tool, and it's not true. The Illuminati couldn't use the Kabbalah because it was a holy and pure thing, so they inverted it and created the Kolap, which is the reverse of the Kabbalah, and that's what they use. So, Madonna, you haggard bitch, you're not using the Kabbalah, you're using the Kolap. So, follow those instructions and let us know the result.